Pitchin a Tent podcast, episode 1, the pilot episode.
We're here flying the fucking coop into the ground.
Absolutely. This is our, we're starting off on a train wreck, but
absolutely.
We're getting people's expectations real low so that when we come in with a good episode one of these days,
It'll blow your fucking
mind.
So one of our hosts here is Adam Laurie sitting right beside me. A beautiful, fantastical, whipped-haired looking motherfucker right now.
That is true. I do put product in my hair, take care of myself,
I don't.
No? Yeah.
You've seen me.
I have. You're looking a little homeless right now.
I'm feeling homeless. All right. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, my other co-host, I don't think we introduced you.
Yeah.
John Schinkel.
I am
legend
here.
of the game.
What game is that?
Snooker.
Oh, dude.
You ever played snooker?
No, not at all.
Neither have I.
I am a master, though.
I just picked a random
Challenge
sport.
me. So what do we got for topics today?
Topics?
Absolutely nothing.
I mean, I was just telling you, we were talking about being weird at work.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Talk about being weird at work.
Yeah, let's talk about being weird at work. So first of all, our works are pretty basic.
Yeah.
Adam is an amazing chef.
I use the word chef pretty lightly. I'm a cook. I'm a professional cook. I'm just a line cook, I make people's burgers and shit, but we got some fancy shit on the menu.
You sure do.
The nice thing about like working in the kitchen is that I don't have to like necessarily care what I look like when I come into work, or I don't have to care about like customers like hearing what I say or anything like that. You can just kind of fuck around in the back of house. It's pretty nice.
That is the best thing about those jobs, because I have had jobs where you got to be out there dealing with the people.
Yeah, and I've had those jobs too. I worked customer service in a grocery store, as you know.
Same here, dude.
Yeah.
I've never told you guys about it, but I was there for 7 years.
7?
7 years,
dude,
man. I worked
bet you got some horror stories.
I do. Yeah.
Let me hear it.
Okay, I mean, there's the bathroom horror stories.
Of course. What department were you in?
I was throughout my tenure there. Throw around a tenure.
Like you got a contract.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I mean, I started out as just basic ass bag boy, and because there we actually bag people's groceries. It's a full service grocery store.
Yeah.
So like we bag them from like when they buy them, we put them in the bags, and then we carry them out to their car and put them in their car. It's called Zoops.
Zoops,
yeah, they're still up and running.
Is it like a private grocery store?
It's a small family owned chain. Yeah, they got places in, I think it's like Grand Marais, Ely, Babbitt, Tower. I think Babbitt closed, actually. Cook, that's the one I worked at.
Okay.
And then there's a few others.
Word. What else did you do out there?
So went from bag boy to, general stocking stuff, and then cashiering, and then basically managing the store right after that. Like, I'd key to the store, close it up.
Nice.
Got to take care of all the kids that work there after school and shit, make sure they're doing their shit.
My favorite part about working in a grocery store is you kind of get like that sixth sense of like when somebody was going to come down the aisle that you were stocking.
For real.
And then you could just fart and leave the aisle.
Oh, dude. The crop dust.
Yeah,
like,
just crop dust in the spice aisle. They'd be like, I'm smelling cardamom and is that?
Well, that was the best part, because like I worked in a small town, so you'd know everyone. Like, you don't mistreat somebody because you're gonna see that somebody. But you can get away with stuff like that because you'll see them coming, ripping the aisle and walk down, walk out of their sight and stuff. Like, nobody Nobody
I
was
feel like
here.
anybody who works in a department store or grogrocery store knows exactly what we're talking about.
1,000%.
Now.
They can't just dip out the back to go shit their pants. Like, there's no excuses when you're in the middle of bagging someone's $300 grocery order.
Dude.
Well, more than that, and honestly, I've had like double carters that I've had to carry out and shit.
I remember my like first year working at a grocery store. I was working as a bagger and like a cashier. Because we were also kind of a full service, but like the cashier just did everything.
Right. Yeah. See, that's bullshit, dude. Yeah. I've been in that cashier position, and I'm like, where the fuck is my bagger? I called you minutes ago, and I am doing your job and mine. Where's my double pay, dude?
We also had the one where it's the two belts, so they would put all their shit there, and then it'd be like.
Yeah, you could swap the lane.
You could put it on the second belt and just be like, "Fuck it, you guys are bagging."
Yeah, we were rudimentary as fuck. All right, we had operating systems from the 70s. Like it was bad until.
That's pretty rad though.
It was sweet. Like, cause I knew how to run that shit like a motherfucker. So I was really quick at it. But I mean, then after becoming manager and working service counter, I was like kind of sick of that. But another thing is like okay, let me restart here a little bit. So when I was the managing person, like night manager, like one of the nights, like I closed up shop and everything was good. And like we left and shit. And in that town, like we don't have garbage trucks and shit. There's a dump. You gotta like bring your garbage to the dump and pay to bring it to the dump and all that shit.
Or you're one of those old heads who's like burning their shit in a burn pile
Yeah, there's tons of those guys around there.
Nice.
You know, they don't give a fuck about global warming, and it's a myth to them. But I mean, I had to deal with my boss. Like I was okay to like go throw my garbage in the dumpster, you know, in the company dumpster.
Sure, yeah.
And I went back there one night. That same night, like I closed up, went home, grabbed my garbage, brought it into the dumpster, threw it away, and like left. And I was living right in the town at the time. I was like just down the main street. And I was out smoking a cigarette on my porch, and I like seen there was a big ass black cloud just in the like right where Zoops is. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I drove down there. My job's on fire.
Oh my God.
Like it is burning to the ground. I'm like, oh my God, did I forget something? Like, what did I do?
Yeah, were you the only person in the store?
No, not when I closed. You know, but I was worried because like the video, I wasn't totally worried because it'll show me the cameras in the back will show that I just went to the dumpster and drove away. Yeah. You know, but I was fucking like, what the fuck, dude? Like, what am I gonna do, man? Like,
should I clock in?
Yeah, right, right.
For this fire?
Right. And luckily, I mean, it ended up coming back that like that grocery store chain, they make homemade sausages and like beef jerky and stuff like that.
Sure.
It's so good, dude. Like,
sounds gas.
It's super good.
Dude, any like local meat market, like people who they aren't in it for like making a buck, dude. They're just like, they got their quality product and they want to get it out on the streets, dude. Those are the places you gotta go.
For real.
Yeah.
Like Adolph's up on
well, hold on.
You ever I know it is a problematic name, dude. Like,
these guys have been up and running since 1938.
Yeah.
They just they're not changing for nobody.
It's problematic, but it's Adolph's meat whatever. It's like a gas station and meat shop right off Midway.
Do they have a smokehouse?
Yes, it is. Yeah. No, and like you go in there and it smells like meat. Like uncooked meat, if you know that. Like a very manly smell.
So, yeah, like going back to talking about grocery stores, I worked in all the different departments at the
meat department too.
Yeah, I worked meat department too. Those guys, the people that work in the meat department are the kinds of people who like they're just unable to hold a conversation with a regular customer. They're only able to translate the information of I want this meat, and then they'll just like throw it at you in a bag.
Absolutely.
They just like no manners. They'll speak to each other and like caveman like grunts. It's amazing.
Oh, man, that was one of the reasons I left, because my boss was like that, dude. My meat manager boss, not my main boss of the company.
Yeah,
he was super cool. But yeah, no, my meat fucking boss Abby, dude, he's such a fucking piece of shit, dude. Just little man syndrome and racist and bigoted.
Really?
Like, dude, it was so hard to work around somebody like that.
The meat manager
put it up for so long.
The meat manager at the grocery store I was at, he like everybody kind of knew that he had a bit of a drinking problem, you know. And I don't mean to be like airing this guy's shit out there. I'm gonna keep him anonymous.
He won't listen to this.
You know, he doesn't work there anymore, so it doesn't even matter.
Good.
Yeah, we're fine.
Don't be worried about airing somebody's shit out.
Yeah. He liked to party, and he had a few kids, you know, and he was divorced, and everybody kind of knew that drinking was just kind of this guy's thing.
So he was a good man.
Yeah, he was a good man up until the one day we just come in to work. He had off for a few days. He like emergency needed a couple of days off. And then a story comes out in the paper where he had molested his daughter.
Oh, shit.
And so him coming into work that next day just kind of being like, I'm going to be a changed man. And everybody's still in that like fuck you phase.
Yeah.
That fuck you phase did not end for like 4 months.
Well, I'm sure.
Because the thing about this grocery store is they're very corporate, so they have like their avenues of dealing with like somebody who's been like charged or something like that with a crime. So they're just like, we're not gonna fire him until he's been sentenced to anything. So he just kind of stuck around.
He's still not guilty until proven guilty.
Yeah, it's like, all right, dude. He admitted it to an investigator, and so it's like, what are we doing with ourselves here? Why is he? The thing is like he's also in a position of like authority too. So it's like it's crazy to have him just be like, no, I said like you really got to go stock this aisle right now, and I'm just like, you really got to go deal with your life issues, man. Like,
I don't know if it's a good or bad thing, but at least he was honest.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
hey, I will say this, great fella, and I wish him well.
All right.
I do wish him the best because he got his drinking under control. I knew him for a couple years after that. I worked at a different job, and I was just working like a shift that I picked up, and he was on like a different, shit. Like I worked like the weekend shift there, and he worked like the weekday shift. He picked up like a weekend shift, and I just saw him strolling around at this packaging facility I was at, and I was like, "Hey, what's up, dude?" And he just, it was just a weird interaction.
He ignored you, just like.
No, he gave me all the life updates. You know?
Oh, really?
It was, he's
nice.
I don't know.
Yeah, I used to work for another corporate shill of a fucking grocery store here in Duluth.
Really?
Yeah,
Which one?
Yeah, right out of fucking high school. I was actually still in high school when I started working there.
Which one was it?
Super One.
Oh yeah. I worked
fucking out in Lakeside.
I worked at Cub, and they're owned by the same parent company.
What, Minor?
Super Value, I think.
Super Value owned Super One? Because I know that's a family run. It's the Miners. It's Miners Inc.
Oh, really?
It's the Miners family.
Well, they offer like the same like essential everyday products and all that kind of shit.
Maybe. I mean, that could also,
This is really boring shit for people who aren't into
food, which you should be, because you know what? There's a lot of byproducts in food nowadays. I was actually good. That's why I started stealing all the food, dude.
I was just talking to my roommate. I was talking to my roommate a couple of hours ago, and he's like he's into like hunting and that sort of thing, and he's writing a paper on like why like human there's so many health problems in America because we're just eating stuff from like factories and shit like that. And we really should just be going back to like hunting our own food. Just because that's what humans were doing for centuries before, millennia before.
And if you want to think about it, I mean, in like the fucking medieval times, the basic person didn't get much meat. They ate fucking slop.
Well,
a lot of grain, and because meat was for the rich and the powerful and people that needed to fight and shit.
Well, there was still like
their farmers would get meat if they raised their own.
Yeah, shit. I was gonna say you could raise your own cattle.
You have to raise it, and there were poverty people back then that just fucking had to eat slop and ate like shit.
Yeah.
Dude. Ugh.
Yeah.
I hate when people are like, man, I wish we were living in those days. It's like, ick, dude. Ick. Everything about it. Like, fucking baths. Where were those?
Bath, dude. Like, even people who take baths today.
Well, yeah, I mean,
why are you taking a bath?
For real, come on. You want to sit in your own slop for a while? You'd have to get your bath and then drain it all the way again, clean out the tub, and then do it again.
And you know these people, they didn't have a drain. There was no plumbing.
No,
there was just like
tip it out.
There was I like those. You ever heard those like or watch those videos of like a first account like somebody in their like journal talking about like meeting the Huns for the first time or like seeing a Viking army for the first time, and it's like a first account of somebody who actually like saw it.
No, I've never read those.
You never read like there's like a lot of channels out there.
Vikings.
I've heard that's a good show.
That's a very good depiction of what I would feel like it would be
Dude,
back then.
The Vikings were fucking gross.
Dude, gnarly.
Those guys would like, they would just like pass around a bucket. They'd like wash their face and then spit in it, hawk loogies in it, and then they just pass the bucket to the next Viking.
Yeah.
And like
they do it in that show.
Do they?
Yeah, it is fucking gross.
That's
like,
gross, dude.
I mean, the whole sacrificing shit. I mean, they drink blood and shit.
Is that the show? There's like a dude who's like he's getting beheaded, and then he like tells a dude that he wants to have his hair held back. So he has a dude hold his hair back.
Yeah.
And then while
that's an epic scene, dude.
I've seen that scene before, dude. Man. That's Vikings.
Yeah,
I'm
that
fucking
is an
watching
epic scene. Yeah, because he's like, hold my hair, like I want, you know, like basically a respect thing.
Yeah.
And then he's holding it, and he fucking just when the dude's swinging the axe, he pulls his head back and chops the dude's hands off. It was fucking epic.
I haven't seen the show, but I hope they let him live after that. I think they were probably like, "You're pretty fun. You're a cool guy. We'll keep you around."
Savage, dude. That like if you got blood eagled, that was, dude, that was some shit.
What's blood eagle?
Blood eagle, being blood eagled, it is for like a very heinous act, like against your own people and stuff. It's a punishment, but like the thing about the Blood Eagle is you still have a chance to enter Valhalla through the Blood Eagle, but you can't make a fucking whimper during the whole thing. And what they do is they cut your fucking back open.
They just fucking torture you?
No, dude, they cut your fucking back open from like your shoulder blades and then down your spine. And then they fucking rip the skin off of your like ribs back there and stretch it out to the sides.
What the fuck?
And then they fucking like they cut your fucking spine out and like leave it hanging there like the tail of a fucking eagle and the wings, dude. And if you don't fucking whimper or make a sound during that, you enter Valhalla.
Is it like a punishment?
Yeah.
I was gonna say this doesn't
sound fucking gnarly punishment, dude. Like the worst punishment in Valhalla, like in Viking history.
That's rad.
But there's still an option. That's the main thing, is still an option to get to Valhalla. Like otherwise, if you like, you're not going to Valhalla if you've fucking like.
Think about all the people who are in Valhalla right now. Think about what they endure. They've probably seen some shit.
Think about how much buried fucking treasure is over there, because the Vikings believed in like not like spending it in their lifetime. They buried it for Valhalla.
Yeah.
Because all the treasure and gold and all the shit they buried is like transferred over to them when they die and go to Valhalla.
Dude, let's become Vikings.
There's so much fucking gold and shit. Like there's been a bunch of like Viking like captains and shit that are like buried with their ship. Like they buried them with a ship, like that's like their tomb.
Dude, we should get a speedboat and just start being Vikings,
bro.
They've still got
there's pirates.
Yeah, they still got pirates. I was gonna say they got pirates. I feel like
real still. You know,
I feel like they're not achieving the level of honor that they could be. We need to be introducing this Valhalla back into the
for sure. Yeah. More religion. That's what we need.
Yeah.
No, that shit's great though. Fucking great series. Go watch it if you haven't.
Watch the show.
The Vikings.
I haven't seen it.
And they also, it's on Netflix, is Vikings Valhalla. It's a secondary series.
Yeah, have you
it's
ever
about
seen
Leif Erikson?
Leif Erikson.
Yeah, you know.
Wasn't he he was the first Viking explorer to reach Greenland?
Yeah. Yes and no. They say it's, or maybe that was Iceland, but Floki discovered one of those too.
Oh, okay.
It might have been Iceland though.
Yeah.
So, but I think he was the first Viking to actually make it over to North America.
Yeah.
Was Leif Erikson.
Yeah. I remember learning that in middle school or some shit.
And by the way, we have a Leif Erikson Park. So
here?
Yeah, we got Leif Erikson Park here, dude.
What's our business honoring that, dude?
You didn't know that?
Dude, I don't do anything.
Holy shit.
I'm here. You had to meet me here.
I know.
To do this podcast.
Well, then again, your car isn't in 1,000% running shape.
I mean, I did just drive it like 800 miles.
True. After you hit the fucking ditch,
dude.
First day of snow.
That was the worst. That was the worst, man. So, I'll tell the story, I guess.
Yeah, let's go.
How are we doing on time?
Oh, dude, we're only at 20 minutes.
Really?
Yeah, we're at like 20:50 right now.
We've covered like a lot of ground.
Yeah, we have.
This is gonna be really hard to follow.
It might be, but that's how our minds work.
Yeah,
and, fuck it. Theirs might too.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna judge them.
So
ourselves.
This accident I got into. So
accident quotation.
Hey, listen. Like, it wasn't even like so I work at a restaurant right now, and I'm not gonna say which one, cause I don't know.
We just won't right now.
Yeah, I just don't want to
not gonna dox himself.
Yeah, I don't want to dox my place of work. I actually like working there.
See, that's nice, dude. I do too. I like my job.
Yeah,
it's fucking great.
So we had it's a nice restaurant, and we had to go in for meetings. And so it wasn't like a day of service. We're closed Monday, Tuesday. So I had to go in for a meeting. And it's the first day of snow, like you said. I'm turning off of the highway, and I'm like pumping the brakes like a solid like half mile before I even get to this turn, just because I know it's probably going to be icy. Like the highway's plowed, but this turn off.
Is it stop sign.
Yeah. So I'm pumping the brakes. I probably get down to like 15 miles an hour. I guess that wasn't
still enough to throw you off the road.
You know, especially with just front wheel drive. I have a Nissan Versa. It's a little
tight car.
It's not great. It's like a vagina on wheels. It really is. Not as much as like
worse than a Prius.
Yeah, it's worse than a Prius.
It's worse than a
Dude,
Prius.
I got a solid deal on that thing.
I bet, and I know why.
Dude, there's only like 138,000 miles on it right now.
It's not bad.
We're doing all right. I'm gonna hold on to that thing. It might be a fucking coffin though.
It's literally, dude. It's a fucking pop can, dude.
I'm turning off of the highway, and I had I guess just a patch of black ice. I start spinning out, and I try like readjusting myself, and then I get off of the road a little bit, and my mind's in like panic mode. I'm just like, fuck, should I still be like steering right now? What the fuck is going on? I do actually end up steering myself like in between two pretty large trees, and then I start slamming on the brakes. All the while I'm going over like two different like just dead trees and like rotting trees on the ground.
At least they were dead though.
Yeah.
Solid. That would have fucked your car,
but
dude.
I ended up stopping like 2 inches away from an even bigger tree. And like I didn't make it in between the two first big trees like very easy. Like I bumped my mirror, and my mirror was like folded in,
at least
on the
just
side.
Folded it in and didn't just swipe it off.
Yeah. So like the first thing I do, I'm just like I'm pissed. Like I just scream, like smack the wheel, and I'm just like, God damn it. I call up work. I'm like, yo, I'm in a ditch like a mile away from work. Like I'm not going to be at this meeting. And then I get I call up, they're just like, oh no, all right, whatever. Like, we'll like ask me questions. I'm like, you're the first people I've called. I haven't even gotten out of the car yet.
I haven't even called for help yet.
Yeah, I'm just like
freezing.
Yeah. And then I call a tow truck. They're just like, all right, we can have somebody come get you in like an hour and a half. Because they're dealing with all these other people that are already in the ditches.
I'm sure, dude. People are so dumb when snow hits. It's like, this happens every year.
And the thing is,
there's no stopping.
I had some, this sound, like, had some pretty close calls last year too. I went into a couple of ditches last year actually. Anyway, we can talk about that another time. But this particular incident to me going in the ditch, like there was a lot going on. So I had this meeting. I called the tow company, and then I called my dad, and I'm on the phone, and I take a picture of it for Snapchat because I think I sent it to you. I sent it to like a couple of my buddies who know car shit, like John and my buddy Aaron, and then I sent one to my sisters and like other people that I work with, just updating them on the situation. I didn't like put it on my story and shit. I'm not one of those people who's like, LOL, so
oh, look at how bad I suck.
LOL, so quirky, my car is totaled. Like, like that's not what I was doing. But my oldest sister, she was getting married, her wedding was just on a Saturday.
Yeah.
So
looked like you had a good time.
And this happened on Tuesday. So I sent her this picture, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, you all right?" And then I'm on the phone with my dad. And then while I'm on the phone with my dad, my boss, the owner of the restaurant, rolls up, and he's got his window down in his Cadillac SUV, and his phone is landscape. He's getting quality pictures of this incident, and he's just smiling ear to ear. And I'm just like, are you kidding me?
That's exactly
for real?
what I'd be doing.
I was just pissed. And then my other coworker, who I sent a picture to, and he like got his truck around. He's like, "You want me to go back home and get some chains?" I'm like, "No, you guys can like both like just go have your meeting, man. I don't even care about this fucking meeting anymore.
As
like,
soon as you
you guys go do your thing. I'm staying here and dealing with my car." And then
not leaving it here.
Yeah, and I'm like on the phone with my dad while all this is happening. Here's the other thing. The owner of the restaurant was still like, "It'd be nice if you could still come to the meeting."
Oh my God.
And I'm like, dude, I didn't even know my car is drivable. Let me deal with some shit.
I got other things to worry about.
It's like, man, we really got to get some prep going today. I'm like, really? And I still did end up going to the meeting. My car was fine. I took the bumper off. Me and the tow guy, he was a homie.
Hell yeah.
Took the bumper off.
They're usually tight as fuck.
Yeah.
What company was it?
I don't even remember. I think it was just like Duluth Towing Company or something like that.
There's so many of them around.
Yeah. But
I would have got you out, but I was already at work. And
yeah.
You were down the north.
What I wanted to do is I wanted to take my car to you just to make sure anything wasn't like super fucked up. It seems fine though.
Yeah.
I had a few other buddies take a quick look
at
at
the other a little bit.
I had to zip tie my bumper back together with my buddy.
What, dude?
I want to get the other side zip tied because
zip ties are king, dude.
We have 5 zip ties holding that bumper on there, dude, on one side.
I have 2 bolts holding my bumper on my car.
Really?
Yeah, my Lexus. Yeah, dude. My front and my rear bumper are just hanging on for dear life.
Friend of the podcast.
Yeah.
And my roommate Ethan has just come home from work. No, we can just edit this out if we need to.
You're good.
All right, we'll yell at you if you're being too loud.
We'll be all
right. All right. What were we talking about?
Yeah, we were talking about bumpers.
Bumpers
hanging on by a few fucking zip ties. So
let me tell you this. After I got my car back on the road, I look at my phone and I had my sister was getting married. She had already been worried about me, seeing that everything's all right or whatever. And then after I finally get my car back on the road and have to deal with my boss being like, "You should come back in," I'm just still really just pissed off that it's only 10 o'clock in the morning at this point in time, and I've just had to deal with all this shit.
Up,
and my sister's just like, "Hey, not to be a bitch," which is, how you want to start. It's a great introduction. She's like, "Hey, not to be a bitch or anything, but I really don't want to have to deal with your car drama." So, and I was like, "You're the one getting married. I'm transporting I'm in the wedding.
Yeah.
You're going to be finding out about this one way or the other." I feel like a direct, what do you want me to do? Send this to somebody else by letter? How do you want to find out that my car is totaled? It was that just sent me into a loop that day, man. I was pissed. But
she has other shit on her mind, man.
yeah, and I mean I get it. It's not like I was like, how inconsiderate of you. You should have planned your wedding around me wrapping my car around a tree. But that's not, you know.
But you didn't, and you're fine.
Yeah, wedding was
did you
fun.
Die?
Hey, oh my God, did you die? That's crazy.
That's crazy, dude. How am I talking to you right now? Yeah, dude, I've had my fair share of fucking car accidents.
Really?
Dude. Oh, fuck, dude. I've almost died many times in a car. Like,
how many cars have you totaled before?
Fucking 1, 2, 3, at least 3 for sure. And they were all within, like, fucking, like, 3 or 4 months. It was nuts, dude. This was...
3 cars in 3 months?
Yeah, it was.
What are you doing with yourself?
That
are you
was
driving on heroin?
No, dude. I was a very young driver, and I was having fun.
You were a new driver, you said?
Kinda.
Doing like donuts in a church parking lot?
No, like, so the first one, like, I got to tell you the whole story of this car for it to make sense.
Yeah.
So,
tell
like,
me.
I bought this car. It was sitting kitty corner from my brother's house in, like, his neighbor's yard, and it had been sitting there for 3 years, just in the weeds, just sitting there in the yard. And he told me that his neighbor was selling it, you know, for like $250. So I'm like, tell him I'll buy it. Like, I don't give fuck it, dude. Like,
yeah.
The rear brakes were locked up in it, you know, so we dragged it across the street to my brother's. And, like, first turn of the key, dude, thing started right up after 3 years of sitting.
Nice.
It was an old 1990 Pontiac Grand Prix. Thing was a pile, dude. I mean, like, the driver's door didn't open from the outside, so I had to leave, like, my window cracked a little bit, just enough for my skinny ass little arm to get in there and open it. And, like, no more rear brakes, because we had to, like, delete those because they were locked up.
Oh, really?
Know? And so we fixed all that at my brother's house, and fucking that took most of the day. And then I was driving it back. I went and saved my buddy. He was fucking stranded like 20 minutes from me or something like that. So I went over and grabbed him with my brother's truck. He came over, helped us with that. We're heading back at the end of the day, leaving Virginia, like get back to Duluth. And we're like in Hermantown. And I'm like, okay, because there's like a little pinhole fucking hole in my taillight. So I'm trying to avoid as many main roads as I can. So I go on the road right by Walmart there.
Yeah.
And like snake back there and like take that left by Schneiderman's.
Sure.
And fucking right there, dude, a cop got behind me. And fucking as I was taking that left by Schneiderman's, dude, a Hermantown cop. And that's right where their jurisdiction ends, is like at Schneiderman's. He pulled me over right in front of Schneiderman's, dude.
Damn.
Fucking made me get that bitch towed.
Really?
Made me get it towed because I just bought it. I'm like, I just bought this like 6 hours ago. I'm like, I have the law states I don't have to have it registered, licensed, nothing, because I bought this after DMV hours.
Yeah.
Like, I got 24 hours to get it to my house.
He wasn't buying it? He still made you tow it?
He was just being a dick, dude. About he was trying to find any reason he could to like get me, and it was that little taillight hole, dude.
That
like I can't put some tape over it, real or something. Like fucking no, he wouldn't let me.
What time of the day was it?
Fucking nighttime, dude.
Oh.
It was nighttime, and that's why you saw the hole.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
I mean, I was like 2.5 miles from my fucking house.
Dude,
like, you're gonna make me tow my car for $150 that I just bought for $250? This is over half the value of the goddamn car.
That's kind of by the Costco, right?
Sam's Club.
Oh,
that
okay.
Sam's Club and the Quick Trip.
Yeah,
right
yeah,
across
yeah.
from there. Yeah.
I got pulled over on Arrowhead for having my headlight out. I was coming home.
That's up in Hermantown, ain't it, too?
Yeah, it's headed towards.
Fucking Hermantown cops are the worst, dude.
Yeah.
They're the worst.
I was coming home from Pete's house. He had like a party at his house or something like that with all the other comics after open mic.
Yeah.
We were all at. And I had a headlight out, and I was pretty hammered at the venue. And I, made it to Pete's, and I was like, I'll just like smoke a little bit here. I'm not gonna like drink anymore because I still got to drive home.
Was that the giving?
No, this was a while before that.
Okay.
Yeah. And this was before I got my car fixed from you.
Okay. Was I there that night?
Huh?
Was I there that night?
No. I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't remember who was all there.
I don't know.
But I get pulled over coming home off of Arrowhead.
I remember you texting the group that.
Yeah. And this guy, like, right away, I was like, oh shit. I wasn't like swerving or anything. Like, what the hell? Like, I was keeping a pretty, close eye.
I was keeping it in between the lines.
I was keeping it between the mustard and the mayo, dude.
Absolutely,
Come on.
Dude, absolutely.
But yeah, he pulls me over, and I like probably gave him like just an easy ass tell that I was pretty wasted, anyways. But like,
your breath.
no, yeah, he didn't. I didn't put my hazards on or anything. I didn't turn my light on in my car.
What do you put your hazards
But like I pulled in,
over?
I like put my blinker on and just pulled into a parking lot, and he was
Best move.
Really?
Best move.
He
Get
didn't
into a fucking parking lot, dude.
Really?
Because then they can't tow your shit. They can't fucking do it. Your car can sit there. They won't tow it off the side of the fucking road, and you won't have to.
Well,
pay
he was
an
pretty pissed that I
fee.
took it into this parking lot.
Yeah, I bet he was, because he wants to be an asshole. Dude.
Well, I got it into this
him.
parking lot, and he was like, well, like the best thing that you could, like the only thing that you could really do is like, or not the only thing, but he was like, just basically just being a dick, being like, you really should have like pulled over on the road and all that, and he's like, made a big deal about it, and he's like, you know why I pulled you over? And I was like, no, officer, what could it be? Even though I'm just like hammered. And he's just like, well, you got a broken tail light. Did you know about that? Or no, it was a broken headlight. I had a broken headlight. He's like, you have a broken
out. Just out.
I think it was just out.
Yeah.
You guys fixed it up.
Oh yeah. I put Yeah, I did that. It took fucking 10 seconds.
Yeah. But he's like, yeah, you got this broken headlight. Did you know about it? And I was like, no. Even though I've been like driving with it for like 6 months.
No, I didn't know. I could only see 50%.
No
of the
idea.
road
I was waiting for you guys to tell me when I should change it.
Was.
Now is the moment when I know that I should change it. Is because you told me to. But he he was like license and registration. I gave him my license, and then I was fucking around in my glove box trying to find my registration. I gave him my glasses prescription.
Nice,
I was like,
dude.
is this it?
Yes,
I was like, is this it? And he's like, no, it's gonna say registration on it. It's gonna say vehicle registration, you dumbass.
We don't have registrations for a vehicle anymore. Get the fuck out of here. It's
the last
fucking license and insurance, motherfucker. Like,
yeah, insurance.
Fucking,
that's what it was.
Yeah,
it was
I know,
insurance.
but it used to be fucking license registration. It's like, what registration? You want me to carry my pink slip everywhere?
Yeah.
Like,
I guess
they're
it's
not
just
even
like
pink. What the fuck?
The last time I got pulled over, he just wanted my license, and then he was just like, "You own this vehicle, right?" And I was like, "Yeah,
I think so.
I think so." My
Dude,
dad,
I've been pulled
on
over
paper, my dad sold me that vehicle for $1.
I've been pulled over in my truck, and the cop was like, "You own this vehicle?" I'm like, "Technically, because it's still in my brother's name." So like,
yeah,
because we're still trying to get the title transferred over from California.
Oh,
shit.
sure.
Yeah, it's fucking retarded.
But yeah,
to go on to the Pontiac crash, or are you still going on?
I'll just say that. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off on your
good.
Pontiac crash.
That's why I wrote it down so I wouldn't forget.
My bad. But yeah, this cop, I finally get my insurance, give it to him, everything, and he's just like, yeah, I'm not gonna give you a ticket. I'm just gonna give you a warning. And then he gave me a coupon to get a free headlight change. I was like, word. I just thought that was kind of rad. How I was like,
rad.
I was like pissing my pants thinking I was gonna get
helped
a
me like
Dewey, and he was like, here's a coupon. It's kind of dope.
They never treat me with such respect.
It's not.
It's
not
a height thing.
It's not. I'll tell you this. It hasn't. That story hasn't kept me from drinking and driving. It kind of was like a positive, like, it was like a present for drinking and driving. It was like
it was a gift.
It was a nice gift.
Yeah.
Free headlight. But yeah, tell me about this Pontiac crash.
So I got it towed back to my place. That was gay. That was the first day of ownership of it.
Yeah.
And then so I had that car for like maybe a month total, because it was one of those glorious shit boxes, where it had just base amenities. I mean, roll down windows and shit, fucking just base. And I did so much fucked up shit with that car, dude. I took it off road, ripped the power steering out of it, off roading it. So then it was just a fucking heavy steering son of a bitch. And while it was doing that, at the time of the crash, I was up on Old Skyline. Have you ever been on Old Skyline?
I don't think so.
It's out by Gary, on the Gary section of it, from top of Spirit Mountain out to Gary.
Yeah.
Okay. That section, most of it's dirt and shit.
Okay.
So I was drifting my front wheel drive Pontiac with no rear brakes. There's no way to kick it out other than momentum and chucking it. And I'm drifting this thing around corners and fucking on Old Skyline and shit with my best friend in the passenger seat and his cousin in the back seat.
Yeah.
And fucking I got really close to one truck one time. I didn't drift that corner because I seen him coming. I just took that corner tight to kind of get away from him and shit. And I was drifting the rest of them. And then I knew we were coming up on the lookout corner, which it widens out a little bit, but I know there's usually people there. So I slowed down and shit there. I was just mellowed the fuck out.
Yeah.
And came in inside most of my corner. If I did any more, I'd be touching the grass.
Okay.
I was fucking in as much of my lane as possible because I knew where I needed to be.
Yeah.
I come around half of the blind corner and there's a 1988. It's not picking it up. So
all right.
There's a fucking 1988 Lincoln Town car, fully steel, in my lane, all the way in my lane.
What?
Dude was in my lane.
What the hell?
Fucking enemy! I slammed on the brakes, front brakes only.
Yeah.
Fucking gone.
Yeah.
Fucking just head-on collision right into him, dude. My airbag does not go off.
Oh.
I bite the fucking steering wheel, dude,
God.
Through my lip.
Really?
Yeah, dude, right here, I got some scar tissue on the inside of my lip there.
Damn.
Fucking, and I put full coverage on this piece of shit.
Oh my God. For $600.
Dude, no, way cheap, dude. It was so cheap for fucking full coverage on that thing, dude.
Really?
It was dirt cheap. I made so much money off of that fucking car, dude. I bought it for $250, had the $150 ticket, or tow, not ticket, but tow. And then I made fucking, what was it, almost $3,000 off of the car. They totaled it out for $3,000.
Damn.
And then I got another $5,000 for my lip injury, dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude. So then I went out and bought a fucking 1995 Mitsubishi Eclipse base model, an RS. And that was the model of it. And it was a 5-speed roll down windows, front wheel drive.
Yeah.
I fucking bought that. Put some brand new Blizzaks on it.
Dude, it pays to crash your car.
Dude, it pays to have full coverage, dude, on a shit vehicle. If I know one thing, and you do now, put full coverage on a piece of shit.
Put full coverage on a piece of shit car and
make
crash
sure the
it.
airbag doesn't go off.
Yeah.
And
get an injury too while you're at it.
Injury. It pays.
Remember,
way
kids.
More.
Remember, kids, almost die in a car crash. It'll pay off one day.
Yeah. And then a couple months, or not even a couple months, but I got that car right after that crash, after the settlement and shit. And I had what the fuck? Which crash was first? I think it was the Eclipse was first. Because I bought the Eclipse right away after I got the money, because I got that pretty quick. And then I went out searching for another car. I was like, I can't be carless. Fucking some car dude. I gotta have wheels. And so I found that, did that to it, and because winter was coming, so I was like, Blizzaks, And fucking not even a month into that, I was on Skyline again, but it was like the paved section in between, like, is right above West Duluth, and in between Highland and 41st or whatever, 42nd or whatever it is.
Wherever it is.
Yeah. It was some twisty section, and I hit fucking black ice, dude, like right around one of those corners. And my buddy was behind me in his fucking like 1980 something Toyota MR2, and fucking like I lost it. I like counter steered it. I was in drift holding it, and like I felt it going back the other way, and I like counter steered it again and like caught it, and then the black ice ran out, and my tires gripped up and just drove me straight for the rocks.
Oh,
on
shit.
the edge of Skyline, dude. And the first rock I hit like hit my driver's side tire, but it wasn't like a blunt rock. It was almost shaped like a fucking ramp.
Oh,
like
okay.
my tire fucking like went up onto it, and the next one, like I went to the crash site after and shit, after I went to the hospital and shit. But like the next
this was like a month after your first crash, right?
Yeah. And then the next one was like a massive, it was shaped like an arrowhead. Like just came to the pinpoint, like, and that piece, like my car lifted off the ground enough for like my radiator to like smash into that, and it sent my car into an end over end flip down the hill.
Holy shit.
Yeah, dude, my buddy, he said he looked through his sunroof at the bottom of my car. Like what I remember when I hit, like when I knew I couldn't save it and I was like done, like I was fucking, this was it, you know? Like when it lifted up, I was looking at treetops. Like I was like heading straight for the treetops, and it fucking like end over end down the fucking like 40-foot ravine.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude, it fucking like think
like
that
like if you're flipping a coin.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, not rolling.
Yeah,
flipped it end over end, dude. Like, and it smashed, I think, the back end, like on the way down. The back end smashed the hillside and like, you know, tumbled me down onto a frozen creek.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
Did you well, how deep was the creek? You didn't like
it? It was all frozen still. The car didn't break through it.
Oh, really?
Like, it must have been pretty shallow. But that's where, like, the creek runs and shit through that section.
How steep is it?
Like 40 feet. Yeah.
That's still
like
significant.
It was nuts. Because I remember, like, seeing the trees, like, and feeling weightlessness.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is the gnarliest roller coaster fucking ever, dude. And I'm like, this is pretty sweet, but I should probably close my eyes, because if this glass breaks, you know, like, I remember closing my eyes and just like putting my hands on my steering wheels, like thumbs up, like
so you don't like break
so
your
I don't
thumbs.
break my thumb, you know. And I just like threw myself into my seat, like pushing against the steering wheel like that, and fucking just went for the ride. Like, I just, like, felt the motions, and then when I felt me, like, come to a standstill, I, like, opened my eyes, I was upside down, still strapped in, like,
dude.
My iPod was, like, still plugged into my CD player, like, sitting outside in the snow, fucking, like, it was nuts.
It's just playing Brittney Spears Toxic and the snow.
Absolutely, dude, that's my jam, bro. Like, I unbuckled myself and, like, army crawled out the fucking window, dude. Like, and I was halfway up the hill, like, before my buddy was, like, out of his car. Dude, like, he was, like, yelling. Like, he's like, John. I'm like, I'm good. I'm so like, my right eye's getting blurry, but I'm good.
Your buddy
like,
was in a different car?
Yeah, he was in an MR2, yeah. Nobody was with me, thank God. They would have died.
Dude.
Because I'm surprised I didn't. Because, like, I got pictures I can show you. Maybe we'll put it up with the podcast.
Dude, that's just a thumbnail.
Yeah, of my car, dude. Like, I should have died. Like, if I was any taller than I am, the roof was caved in where my head should have been. Like,
fuck.
Yeah, it was fucking nuts. That was the second one. The third one was the rental. The rental that I got from that crash, dude. I got T-boned. It's not my fault. The chick blew a stop sign, dude. Right in Lincoln right by the Holiday there. Like, the off-ramp from the expressway, she blew that fucking stop sign right there. And, like, it used to not be a stop sign for us going to the bridge.
Sure.
So I was just driving to work, dude, and she, wham, fucking midnight. Wow. Like, from out of town, and shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nuts. That was crazy fun though. Yeah, it spun me in 180 degrees. All like side airbags went off because it was like a really nice newer like Volkswagen Jetta wagon and
Dude,
shit.
there was a time I was coming home from work, and it was snowy out, and I was coming off of the you know like coming down 30, I think it's 35, like maybe not 35,
53.
yeah, 53. Coming down 53 because that's like
Bullshit that they give us I-35 and Highway 53. We're dyslexic here. Okay?
Yeah,
This is
for real.
bullshit.
And I don't know roads. You were telling me roads before.
Yeah.
I don't know places.
Yeah.
I don't go anywhere. But I was coming home from work from down that highway, and you know where it like cuts off and you can go into the like near
No, that's I-35 where you work. To go up the North Shore?
yeah.
Yeah, that's I-35.
Oh, okay. And like it's right next to C61.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, because that comes off the expressway, which
Yeah.
is I-35.
Yeah.
Highway 53 runs the other way. That goes over into Wisconsin and up the hill.
Yeah. Okay. So I was coming home from work and I was coming off of this. It was a pretty snowy day, and I again just took this exit way too fast, and I hit a patch of ice on the side of the road that wasn't like fully salted. I think it might have even been snowing a bit.
Yeah.
There was somebody in front of me and there was somebody behind me, and I start spinning out. I lose control of the vehicle going down. I'm still like on the road, but I'm I'm like on the shoulder, and my car starts spinning like a frisbee, and I do like a 540. And I know I did like a full 360. I might have like my tires might have like caught the
Curb.
not the curb. They might have just like caught like a salted bit of the road, honestly.
Or dry patch.
And then they just like I did like a 180. So I'm looking backwards at somebody that's somebody that's behind me.
Yeah.
And then I do a 360 from that point in time, in the other direction. And so I like still am looking at this person behind me, but I get a flash of the person in front of me for a second while I'm doing a 360.
Shit, yeah.
And then I just like am on the shoulder. The person behind me stopped. They just saw all this happen. I put my hazards on immediately. I'm just like, dude, I just want to go home and like smoke. I don't want to like deal with this
I just
shit.
want to get home. I'm white knuckling it now. My ass hurts. This sucks.
Yeah. And like I still got my music playing. I still got Brittney Spears' "Toxic" playing in my car.
God,
like,
what a jam, dude! What a jam! Fuck, dude. I'm hitting red over here.
just peeking over Brittney Spears.
Dude. Who doesn't? Come on, free Brittney.
Free Brittney, dude. Free Brittney Spears.
Oh, fuck, man. So we got comedy tonight. We didn't even touch the topic
we didn't
that
even mention. We were just
are stand-up comics.
shooting this shit right now.
Absolutely.
In my living room. This is a fun pod. This was a lot of fun.
No,
though.
it was. I can't wait to do more.
How much?
We're at 40 or 52:50 right now.
52.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a few more minutes we can go. I'd like to keep it an hour.
Yeah.
I don't need to do 3 hours like
Well,
an unnamed podcast.
We don't have any like segments or anything.
No,
planned.
not yet. We will.
We'll have some.
We will. Well,
we'll have some
games,
stuff.
segments, characters.
Yeah.
You name it.
We'll figure some shit out.
Yep.
What So we're going to the Jade Fountain tonight.
Yep, we got the Jade Fountain open mic tonight.
Yeah.
Adams has not made it out there yet, but
Yeah.
tell you what, it's fucking sick, bro. Like it's a nice, like it's a smaller-ish room. It's bigger than, I'd say it's bigger than Soup Tav.
Sure.
And it's like a red room. There's like red, red lit
I've
and
been there once, just for like a get together with some friends.
Yeah, it's the only place where you can like see fucking miscellaneous
Dude,
types of chairs set around and
weird pictures of Jesus next to like the UN.
French covered English songs playing on the radio.
They do, yeah.
The one time I went, the first time I went there was just French covers being played.
I think
he plays rap and shit all the time.
I think they just have a painting of like the Apostles' Creed next to the ping pong table.
Yeah.
In case you wanted to like catch up on your Lutheran literature or whatever. You know?
Yeah, in a fucking old goddamn opium den.
Yeah, it looks like an opium den, but they just have religious artwork up everywhere. Next to like
and random shit. There's an owl.
Yeah, they serve really good cocktails though. It is sweet.
No, the cocktails are fucking great.
Yeah.
Might get one of those there tonight. But I mean, and then we got right now. I mean, Tuesday tomorrow. You're gonna hit Caddyshack. We're gonna open my Caddyshack at 8:00, and Jade's at 8:00 also for listeners out there. If you want to show up and see us make fun of ourselves and each other.
We got me and you are on the roast battle in January.
Yeah, we got the roast battle coming up. This son of a bitch over here fucking should have won the last one.
Dude, I'm coming at it for
I bet, dude.
I was worried about how offensive I could make some of these roasts the last time. This time I'm just coming gun swinging.
Dude, I'm not holding back. I can't hold back cuz then what are we doing? Like,
well, you got to go against Brittney.
Yeah, dude.
Brittney Pope.
Which I got to talk to you about a few of my
Free
jokes
Brittney
for
Pope.
her, dude. Free Brittney.
Yeah.
Free Britney's pee. And then we need to figure out some other shit. I'd like to go over some jokes since we know the brackets.
Yeah, I'd actually wanted to do a few too.
Yeah, that'd be tight. We got...
I feel like it doesn't even matter if I tell you what I plan on saying about you either.
No, I don't... It won't matter, dude.
Yeah.
Like, we can talk about it because it's going to be audience. It's
dude,
not us voting.
I spent a solid, 45 minutes today just writing jokes about Kyle Barber.
Fuck, dude.
Because I go against him in round 1.
I wish I had the time.
Dude.
I write them down when I think about them. Otherwise I'm not trying to force shit. Because then I just get brain locked if I try to force shit.
I had one idea that I wanted to reuse, and then it just kind of led to some other stuff. And then I was just thinking about him and, his presence in a room and what it brings. And it was hilarious. It was a lot of fun just to think about how much I dislike him being or no.
Kyle?
No, I'm just shitting on him to shit on him. I gotta be mean to him if I'm gonna.
What? I'd rather have gone up to against Pete first round, honestly.
Really?
Oh yeah, dude. I got some heat for Pete, dude.
I got one pretty good one for him. I got a good feeling that he's gonna go pretty far in the bracket.
Yeah, I mean, but
even though he's on your side, I'm saying that he might beat you if you end up going. But
he might.
He's just a good joke writer, man.
Dude, he's a phenomenal joke writer. I'm not trying to suck his dick or anything, but Jesus Christ, he's quick. He's been doing it for a long time, though.
Yeah.
So
he's coming up on like
8 years.
8 years,
or more. Yeah, he's been doing it for a while, and yeah, he's quick with it. I mean, he wrote that one joke in an hour, and it fucking murdered.
Which one?
Sandusky, or was it Sandusky? Or
who did you say
it to? The coach. It's about the coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember the full joke, but that shit was funny as hell.
I don't remember it.
Yeah, it's on a video somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere on the Facebook.
Yeah, on the Facebooks, and then so yeah, we got that tonight. We got Caddyshack tomorrow at 8, and you should get out to that if you can, because I guess there's supposed to be like a DJ party out there tomorrow.
Really?
So there's gonna be a bunch of people, so hopefully we'll actually have a crowd at that place.
Word.
So I'm willing to show up to that one.
I got another meeting, but it shouldn't go. It shouldn't go until 8. I should be able to make it out.
Sweet. And then we got Thursday's open mics at Dublin's Brew Pub. That's at 8:00 also. Imagine.
We're just plugging all the shit that we
might
sometimes
as well,
go to.
You know. Well, Thursdays is our main one.
You've been going more regularly than I have.
I try to go as much as I can,
Yeah.
And like Fridays at Dublin's at 9:00. Please show up to that one. We need more people coming to that one.
Yeah.
Instead of drunk college assholes.
I went so consistent. I went so consistently for like a really long time, and I wrote for a really long time. I just kind of got burnt out of it. I went pretty hard on the writing for like 9 months, and then I just kind of. Today was the first time that I got back into writing.
Yeah, I was excited that you texted me that, dude. I was like, fuck yeah, dude, because you said you were in kind of a slump.
Yeah.
Fucking writing block. Shit's real, guys.
It is, dude.
Shit's real.
It's like it's not that like it's not like that I can't like or like nothing interesting is happening, or it's just it's more so that I just don't feel like it's even worthwhile like talking about. It's like, oh, this isn't even like relatable to anybody. Like it's funny to me, but like I don't envision like anybody even laughing at that shit.
The one you wrote today, it's relatable to me at least. Fucking, and a lot of other.
Which
people.
one did I send you?
The weed one. Fucking.
I sent you a couple.
One, dude. It was something about weed.
All right.
I didn't know if those 3 were one or all different ones.
They were like the 3 set of punches, or not even set of, I don't even know. Oh, it was the one about roommates.
Did you send that on Facebook or
no, Snapchat?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Dude, you want to hear this one? I think I don't know if you've seen me say this one on stage. Wait, what are we at for time? Because I don't even know if they want to just hear us bounce jokes off. Do you want to close it out, or do you want to
close it out? We'll talk about that shit next time if we remember, which we won't.
No.
I don't remember shit, dude.
Yeah, how do we even want to? We don't have an outro.
We don't have an outro yet. We will get that. I'll talk to you after the pod about. I got a couple ideas because my brother is a musician. He's got some old music that I can use. So.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
My buddy walking around, roommate.
Yeah,
the musician. We can get him on. Should get him on.
Listeners, if you want to make us an intro and outro, we're totally open to it as long as it's sick as fuck.
And artwork.
We can't pay you for your work, but we will love you for it.
I'll give you like a really crisp high five and maybe like a
maybe a reach around.
I can give you like a zin if you wanted like
just a single though.
Yeah, just one if you wanted to catch a buzz for a second.
Yeah.
Like an hour.
Yeah, you can have
that upper decky gummy pillow.
I'll get COVID for you.
Yeah, it's a used zin.
Yeah.
You can get the remnants. The saliva connected to it has more nicotine than the actual pouch itself. But you might be
I feel like it. I mean, I like the citrus ones, but they don't hit me as...
No?
Yeah, like... They're right, but... I got little lips.
Dude, I popped the Zin before my sister's the ceremony. I thought I could like keep it in there. Those things are like the minty flavors are just like too much mint, man.
Yeah. That's why I like the citrus, but I got to keep moving it around otherwise it like just I feel like you just like nick numb it, dude. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't think I told you we can probably just
we'll go.
All right.
Whatever, dude.
I don't think I told you this before the ceremony.
Do the plugs and then talk more.
Yeah, whatever. Keep bullshitting.
We haven't even gotten to our cold open.
Yeah, right. So before my sister's wedding, we were all like meeting up at the chapel. All the guys getting changed. All the bridesmaids and my sister they were already there. Yeah. Getting ready since like 9 in the morning. Yeah, you know. We show up at like 1:15. Like
hell yeah.
Like 4 hours after them.
Happens in 45 minutes.
Yeah. All the guys are like asking me to get set up. I get like dressed in like 15 minutes. The other guys are, taking a bit because they don't dress fancy ever, Neither do I, granted, but it's pretty simple to figure out.
Yeah, I can't tie a tie.
Really? We just had clip-on bow ties.
I used to every day for work at Zoop's. We had to wear a white shirt and ties, dude.
Really?
Yeah, dude, it was fucked up, bro. It was fucked up. But yeah, I mean, I kind of learned how to do it, but my boss always said it was fucked up, so he'd do it for me.
I used to know a few different kinds of knots. I tried getting it. There was like one time where I tied like a really nice knot, and I tried saving it for prom. And then I realized that I'm putting in way too much effort for a tie, and then I just wore a regular one. Anyways.
Yeah, they make good clip-ons or fucking or cinch-up ones.
Dude. But before the ceremony, we're all getting ready, and there's 2 of the groomsmen who haven't shown up yet, and we're like, it's getting kind of tight, like on time. You're gonna have to get here and get dressed like fast. And one of them strolls in, and he's like, "Yo, I had to stop at the liquor store before I got here." And we're like, "Why? Like, we're at a chapel. Why'd you go to the liquor store? We're getting our tuxes on."
I had to get God's blood,
dude. He bought a $250 bottle of tequila.
Yes, dude. I was hoping you were saying tequila, dude. Fuck yes. What kind was it?
It's Don Julio. I think it was Don Julio.
1942.
Yeah.
1942 or
1842. Yeah.
That's some of my favorite shit.
Dude.
Right there, dude.
I don't even really like tequila, but that
he must have bought the big bottle, dude.
Yeah.
Cause I mean, you can get a small one for like $42.99 or something like that. Like
it was massive.
$7.50 for.
We're still missing one groomsman. He shows up. He's got like a $90 bottle of cherry bourbon.
Nice.
It was. We were taking polls with the groom's father. He was in there. He's just like, "What do you guys got?" And we're just like, "Yo, take a swig of this."
Wedding night, dude.
He was faded at the end of the night, but it was a lot.
He's like, "I'm paying for this shit. I don't want to fucking remember spending all this goddamn money. That's the way I'm gonna goddamn be."
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm not paying for my kids' weddings. Fuck them.
I think my sister paid for it all, as far as I know.
Fucking that's so bullshit. That's why I'm not gonna have a fucking wedding like that, dude. I'm not making anybody pay for that shit because I don't want to pay for that shit, dude.
Yeah. Well, you got two daughters,
let's get a
right?
badass car. How about that?
You are you?
Yeah, I got two daughters.
Yeah, I didn't know if you were alright with talking about that.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. Yeah, they're cool shit, dude.
Having your daughters loosely connected to a semi-racist podcast.
They're Native American. They're good.
I don't know.
I love cultures.
I said I brand us as a semi-racist podcast on episode 1.
Well, you never know what.
Like I said, guys, I did open this podcast by saying we're starting at the bottom. We're starting at rock bottom. We're starting
at rock bottom.
Rock
because
bottom.
we are at bedrock, dude.
Yeah, we're
the Flintstones.
We got some nice equipment, but other than that,
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
We'll get a camera here soon.
We'll get some cameras set up.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
That's the plan. We'll have video before you know it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So we're going to leave it for tonight. Hour 6. 6:30. We got an hour and a half until the fucking mic.
Yeah. We got to, I think we should close her down and then go over some jokes, yeah?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah, sounds good. So, from us to you, from the goddamn Pitchin' a Tent podcast.
The Pitchin' a Tent pod.
We'll see you next time. Love you.